Now, our topic is about hydraulic turbines for the subject of fluid machinery. Start with hydraulic power plant. The main component of hydraulic power plant or hydroelectric power plant are one, the storage system, dito, the conveying system, and the three, hydraulic turbine with control system. And for electric generator, ayan, punta na dun sa transmission line. The storage system consists of period. Consists of a reservoir with a dam structure and the water flow control in terms of its losses and gates, etc. The reservoir may be at a high level in the case of availability of such location. So, classification of turbines. Kasi nasa ano tayo, di ba? Hydraulic turbines. The main classification, wala tayo sa topic na hydroelectric power plant, kundi nasa turbine. Okay. So, power plant engineering nyo, ando na yun. So, the main classification depends upon the type of action of the water on the turbine. These are, one, the impulse turbine. Ito, sa figure. And two, the reaction turbine. Okay, for the explanation, one, in case of impulse turbine, all the potential energy is converted to kinetic energy in the nozzle. The impulse provided by jet is used to turn the turbine wheel, then the pressure inside the turbine is atmospheric. So, yan ang impulse. So, atmospheric to, di ba? So, in reaction turbines, the available potential energy is progressively converted in the turbine to once lang. And the reaction of accelerating water causes the turning of the wheel. These are again divided into radial flow, mixed flow, and axial flow machine. Radial flow machine are found suitable for moderate levels of potential energy and medium quantities of flow. So, ito yung sa reaction. So, dito papasok pala yung bubuga dito. Then, habang bubuga sa iikot yun. Ito yung tinatawag na diagram. Stem pressure, velocity, mabilis, bababa sa ma-absorb dito. May friction, tapos dito constant na. Kasi dito naman pressure drop. Ano, ito, tama kayo. Pressure, may friction sa bababa yung pressure. Then, constant yan. Dito yung velocity, pagpasok dito sa nozzle, so bibilis siya. Then, dito, babawin niya yan. Velocity, mababa. Kasi lilipat na doon sa rotation. Dito, ganun din siya. Kailangan may staging siya. Yeah. So, similitude and model testing. Later na yung discussion doon. Ano pa lang tayo dito sa mga introduction. Sa fluid mechanics niya, meron to. Dito sa fluid machinery, meron na ding topic na simulation and model testing. So, discuss na rin natin. So, this is for turbine lang. Hydraulic turbines are mainly used for power generation, and because of this, there are large and heavy. Because of this, these are large and heavy. Okay. The operating conditions in terms of available head and load fluctuation vary considerably. In spite of sophisticated design methodology, it is found the design have to be validated by actual testing. Okay. In addition to the operation at the design condition, the characteristic of operation under varying in Okay, varying input-output conditions should be established. It is found also impossible to test a full-size unit under laboratory condition. So in case of variation of the operation from design condition, large units cannot be modified or scrapped easily. So the idea of similitude in model testing comes to the aid of the manufacturer. Instead, maggawa ka ng actual. Gawa ka muna ng model. In the case of this machine, more than 3 variables affect the characteristic of the machine. Speed, flow rate, power, head available, etc. It is rather difficult to test its parameters influence separately. So it is also not easy to vary some of the parameters as discussed na natin sa, di ba, sa similitude o in model analysis. The mission that analysis comes to our aid for solving this problem. The relevant parameters in the case of hydraulic machines have been identified, and these are: 1. The head coefficient, GH over N squared D squared. 2. The flow coefficient, Q over N D cube. The power coefficient, P over rho N cube D5 divided by ito sa P. Specific speed and P exponent 1 half divided by nitong product nito, rho exponent 1 half, GS exponent 5 4. Lahat yan, i-divide mo doon sa NP exponent 1 half. Okay? So, mag-ingat kayo sa pag-ano ng calculation. Okay? So, ito sa ilalim lahat nito. Okay? Ito yung mga equation number. Consistent sets of units. Kasi sa ano to, sa mga books yung ginagawa nila po, may ibang books naman na ini-enclose nila yan. Para maintindihan na, para pala makita agad na product yun. Ini-enclose pa to. Sa iba hindi. So, ibig sabihin, kayo na bahala kung ano yung tama. Q over inclusive parentheses and D cube. That means, okay yun. Hindi ka magkakamali. Dito, pwede ka magkamali. Q divided by N, tapos i-multiply mo ng D cube. So, mali yan. That is Q over Q divided by the product of N and D cube. Consistent sets of units should be used to obtain numerical values. All the four-dimensionless numbers are used in model testing. So, pag gumamit ka ng consistent units, so magiging dimensionless yun. The last parameter has particular value when it comes to choosing a particular type under given available inputs and outputs. Ito, specific speed. So, yan ka magbe-base ng selection ng turbine. It has been established partly by experimentation and partly by analysis that the specific speed to some extent indicates the possible type of machine to provide the maximum efficiency under the given conditions. So figure 1 illustrates this idea. The representation is qualitative only. Note that as head decreases for the same power and speed, the specific speed increases. So ito yung dimensionless specific speed. So, ang unit niya is radians. Okay? Bakit radians? So, ibig sabihin, dimensionless. Ang radians kasi is, dimensionless yan. Ba't yun ang ganyan ng radian? Okay. So, efficiency symbols. So, makita mo as the head decreases. So, note, wala sa figure to. So, ito yun. At base efficiency. So, pag dito ka, ang dimensionless mo, andito, so, yung pipiliin mo is this Pelton turbine. Pag dito din na wala ng Pelton turbine sa dimensionless specific speed na 1, so wala ng Pelton turbine, so process turbine na lang. Later, discuss natin itong mga type classification ng types ng turbine. So, ito naman, axial flow turbine. So, figure 2 gives another information provided by a specific speed. As flow rate increases, for same specific speed efficiency is found also to increase. So for the same flow rate, there is an increase in efficiency with a specific speed. The expression given in equation 1 to 4 are dimensionless and will give the same numerical value irrespective of the system of units adapted. In practice, dimensional specific speed, with dimension, is popularly used as n is equal to n is the square root of p over s exponent 5 over 4, where n is n RPS, and p in watts, and s in meter. This is also shown in table 1. And SI to this is SI. Okay, ito yung flow rate, liters per minute. Sa pag tumataas siya, di ba tumataas din ang efficiency? Sabi dito. Okay. So this is for, ito yung mga blade niya. Very narrow, radial, mga wider, short, axial. So mga, okay, so NS, P, this specific speed is radians per minute. Okay, mali ito. This is RPM. Tama. 8 times 60 for 60. Yan. This is in revolution per minute. Ang units niya dito. Multiply yan ng 60. Table 1, ito yung dimensionless. So ito naman is radians revolutions per second. Per seconds to. Okay? Wait lang ah. So this is best specific speed range for different type of hydraulic turbines. So dito yung, pag nakuha mo yung dimension na specific speed, ito or, in SI, this is radians per second. So this type of turbine having the best efficiency at this value is single jet Pelton turbine. And sa 0.047 to 0.072 or 26 to 40, this is twin jet Pelton turbine. And so on. So ito naman may head na less than 350. Actual pro turbine is for less than 60 meters head. Other books, makikita nyo ulit ito. Especially sa English units. So halos same approach lang sila. Meron pang mga graph pagpili. So example number 1. At a location, the head available is 50 meters. The power estimated is 40,000 kilowatts. The speed chosen is 600 RPM. Determine the specific speed and indicate the suitable type of turbines. So next topic natin is about specific speed in English units. So makita ulit natin yung graph in English unit. Yung pagpili ng type of turbine. So dito tayo isa fluid machinery nung hydraulic turbine. So, inuuna lang natin yung specific speed. So, S, 50 meters, P is equal to 40 million watts. Kasi watts yung ano natin, di ba? Sa, sa formula. So, N is 600 RPM. So, required NS and type of turbine. So, solution. Dimensionless NS is equal to N times the square root of P over rho exponent 1 up. But GS exponent 5 over 4 is equal to 600 divided by 600 divided by 60. Ito. 600 divided by 60 para maging seconds. The square root of 40 million divided by density of water is 1,000. Exponent 1 half. Then G is 9.81 meters per second squared. Then 50 meters head. Exponent 5 over 4 is 0.866. Hence, axial flow turbine is suitable. Bakit? Balik tayo doon. Ano pag-undo? 0.866. 0.866. So, axial flow carbon Kaplan turbine. Yan. Pasok dito. Di ba? 0.866. Multiply mo yun. Efficiency pala to. Okay? So, tayo. So, dimensional n is equal to n times square root of b over s 0.504 is 600 times the square root of 4, 3,000 divided by 60 again for the minutes, 60 seconds per minute. Divided by 50 is 0.5 over 4 is 475. So, again, pares lang yan. Diba? Pasok ito yung 475. So, wala doon. Yan. So, the answer is still axial flow carbon. Pares lang yan. Next, model and prototype. It is found not desirable to rely completely on design calculation before manufacturing a large turbine unit. Sa inyo, sa thesis nyo, ganun din to. It is necessary to obtain test results which will indicate the performance of large unit. This is done by testing a homologous or similar model of smaller size and predicting from the result of the performance of large unit. Similarity condition are threefold, namely, tatlo yan, di ba na-discuss na natin yan? Geometric similarity, kinematic similarity, and dynamic similarity. Equal ratios of geometric dimension leads to geometric similarity. Nag-separate paragraph. Similar flow pattern leads to kinematic similarity. Similar dynamic conditions in terms of velocity, acceleration, forces, etc. leads to dynamic similarity. A model satisfying this condition is called homologous model. Kaya hindi ko alam kung bakit niya natawag ng yung sa thesis na ang ginagawa yung pinapabricate yung ginagawa yung mga sample is prototype. Ang prototype is yung actual. Pero kung yung actual na yan, is prototype na yan. Yung sa thesis. Pero kung gagawin ng mas maliit para mag-test para yung purpose nyo na malaki na pinaliit, yung tawag doon is model. So, yung actual is yung prototype. In such case, it can be shown that the specific speed head coefficient, flow coefficient, and power coefficient will be identical between the model and the large machine called prototype. It is also possible from this experiment to predict part load performance and operation at different head speed and flow condition. Yeah. Hindi ko alam kung bakit tinatawag na yung is prototype. Yung impis na model, prototype ang tinatawag. Nakasanayan na kasi. Okay. The ratio between the linear dimension is called scale. Balik tayo sa scale. For example, an 1/8, a 1/8 scale model means that the linear dimension of the model is 1/8 of the linear dimension of the larger machine or the prototype. Okay? Yung reference kasi natin dito is Indian. For kinematic and dynamic similarity, the flow direction and the blades angle should be equal. Example number 2. So, at a location, investigation yielded the following data for the installation of a hydro plant. The head available is 200 meters. Power available is 40,000 kilowatt. The speed chosen was 500 RPM. A model study was proposed. In the laboratory head available was 20 meters. It was proposed to construct a 1/6 scale model. Kaya yung actual, divide mo ng 6, yun ang magiging model mo. Determine the speed in dynamometer capacity to test the spacing, to test the model. Also, determine the flow rate required in terms of the prototype flow rate. Yan, yung anong mo yung actual. So, given SP is equal to 100 meters, SM is 20 meters, PV is 40 million watts, NP is 500 RPM, DM over DP is 1/6. Ito yung scale model dimension. Yan. So, required NM is equal to required NM, PM, QM over QP. Yung sa model, tapos yung ratio ng flow rate. Solution. The dimensional specific speed of the proposed turbine NS is equal to N times the square root of P over H. 105/4 is 500 times the square root of 40 million divided by 60 divided by 200 is 0.5/4 is 70.0747. The specific speed of the model should be the same in approach. Pwede. Basta nasa tamang solusyon ka. As the two unknowns are involved, another parameter has to be used to solve the problem. The discussion to ng reference natin. So, choosing head, as both heads are known, SM over the head coefficient, HM is equal to HM over N is M squared, D sub M squared is equal to HP over N sub P squared, D sub P squared. Then, N sub M squared is equal to SM over SP, then NP squared times DP over DM squared. So, NM is equal to 20 over 100 times 500 squared times 60 squared. Then, square root is equal to 948.7 RPM. So, ito yung sa model speed. Substituting in the specific speed expression, since parehas siya, solving is PM is equal to 35,062 watts or 35.062 kilowatts. So, dito pinakita. Okay? Substitute po lang itong NM dito. Palitan mo to. NM dito sa N. Yung head mo, 20. And then, NS the same. So, solve for P. Okay? So, then the model is to have a capacity of 35.062 kilowatt and run at 948.7 RPM. So, di na ayos. So, basta yun, isusubstitute, papakita nyo dito na sinulb mo yung PM dito sa specific speed kasi equal naman siya. And the flow ratio can be obtained using the flow coefficient. So, from the flow coefficient, ito lalabas. QM over QP is equal to NM over NP and DM cube over DP cube is 948.7 over 500 times 1/6 cube is 0.0877. Or QM is 1/113 of QP. So, ito yung answer mo. Diba? So, pag-derive ito, kayo na bahala. Okay? So, mga example natin, so may mga dito, shortcut. Pero sa mga solusyon nyo, so kailangan is complete. Walang shortcut. No shortcut. So unit quantities. The dimensionless constant can also be used to predict the performance of a given machine under different conditions. As the linear dimension will be the same will not be taken into account in the calculation. So, yung scale is 1. Thus, head coefficient will now be h1 over n1 d squared, n1 squared, d squared is equal to h2 over n2 squared d squared, or h2 over h1 is equal to n2 squared over n1 squared. Now, the head will vary as the square of the speed. Now, the flow coefficient will lead to q1 over the n1 d cube is equal to q2 over n2 d cube, or q2 over q1 is equal to n2 over n1. So, the flow coefficient will be proportional to n, and using this previous relation, q2 over n, q1 is equal to the square root of h over s1, or q over the square root of h is constant for a machine. So, the constant is called unit discharge. So similarly, n2 over n1 is equal to the square root of h over s1, or n over the square root of s as constant. S constant is called unit speed. Using the power coefficient, p1 over n1 cubed, the exponent 5 is equal to p2 over n2 cubed, the exponent 5, or p over s exponent 3 over 2 is constant. This constant is called unit power. Hence, when n is varied in machine, the other quantities can be predicted by the use of unit quantities. So example number 3. A turbine is operating with a head of 400 meters and a speed of 500 RPM and a flow rate of 5 cubic meter per second, producing the power of 17.66 megawatts. The head available change to 350 meters. So, and if no other corrective action was taken, what would be the speed, flow, and power? Assume efficiency is maintained or constant. Given, so dito na tayo lagyan ng 1 and 2. H1 is 400 meters and 1 is 500 RPM. Q1 is equal to 5 cubic meter per second. P1 is equal to 17.66 megawatts. H2 is 350 meters. Ito nag-change. Pag-change na ng H, naging H2 siya. So, ano yung mga N2, Q2, and P2? Required the new speed, flow, and power. Solution. So, meron tayong H1 over N1 squared is equal to H2. H1, oops, this is H2 over N2 squared. So, N2 is equal to 500 times 350 over 400. 0.1 up is equal to 467.7 RPM. Then Q1 over N1 is equal to Q2 over N2. So, Q2 over Q1 is equal to N2 over N1 is equal to S2 over S1 is 0.1 half. So Q2 is equal to 5 times 350 over 400 is 0.1 half is 4.677 cubic meter per second. Then P1 over H1 is 0.3 over 2 is equal to P2 over PH2 is 0.3 over 2. Then P2 over P1 is equal to S2 over S1 is 0.3 over 2. Then P2 is equal to 17.66 times 350 over 400 is 0.3 over 2 is 14.45 megawatts. Yeah. Turbine efficiencies. Okay? So, the head available for hydroelectric plant depends on the site conditions. So, gross head is defined, to figure sa problem, may figure to. Gross head is defined as the difference in level between the reservoir, the water level called the head raise, and the level of water in the stream into which the water is let out called the tail raise. Both levels to be observed at the same time. During the conveyance of water level, there are losses involved. So wait, may kukunin ako. Ano? Okay, ito, gross head defined as the difference in level between the reservoir water level. Ito yung head raise and the level of water in the stream in which the water is let out till raise. So yan, yung difference nitong ito, ito, saka ito. Difference niyan in height. At the same time. So the difference between the gross head and head loss is called the net head or effective head. Ito na yung mga friction losses dyan. It can be measured by the difference in pressure between the turbine entry and the tail raise level. The following efficiencies are generally used. Okay, tanggalin natin yan. So hydraulic efficiency. It is defined as it is possible some water flows out to the clearance between the runner and casing without passing to the runner. So volumetric efficiency is defined as the ratio between the volume of water flowing to the runner and the total volume of water supplied to the turbine, indicating Q as the volume flow and rho Q as the Indian rho. Okay, this is delta. So to delta Q as the volume of water passing out without flowing to the runner. So yung mga leakage dyan. So N sub is equal to Q minus delta Q over Q. In percentage. Hindi in percentage. Sa pag-shoot mo sa problem, this i-decimal mo. Sa pag-percent na is percent. So the mechanical efficiency, the power produced by the runner is always greater than the power available at the turbine shop. This is due to mechanical losses at the bearing, windage losses, and other frictional losses. So dito, sa turbine, pagdating dito sa may shop, pag-iba na siya. Paglabas niya rito, so iba naman. That is overall na yan later. So NM is equal to power available at the turbine shop divided by power produced by the runner. May discuss naman natin yan, yung pag-derive niyan. Next, overall efficiency. This is the ratio of power output at the shop and power input by the water at the turbine inlet. And O is equal to power available at the turbine shop divided by rho Q GH. Also, the overall efficiency is the product of other three efficiencies, which is the hydraulic efficiency, mechanical efficiency, and the volumetric efficiency. Then, NO. Kaya multiply yung may pinaka-overall pa dyan is yung sa generator output na. Dito lang is sa mechanical side lang tayo. Next is the Euler turbine equation. Ito yung ginagamit sa hydraulic turbines. The fluid velocity at the turbine entry and exit can have three components. So, na-visualize nyo rin yung example doon sa figure, yung turbine doon sa figure. May entry, may exit. So, meron tayong tangential, axial, and radial direction of the rotor. This means that the fluid momentum can have three components at entry and exit. This also means that the force exerted on the runner can have three components. Out of this, the tangential force only can cause the rotation of the runner and produce work. Ito yung nasa blade. The axial component produces a thrust in the axial direction. This is taken by suitable thrust bearing. So, design ng bearing, consider mo yung axial component. The radial component produces a bending of the shaft which is taken by the journal bearing. So, ano naman siya, radial. Diba? Pag radial, normal doon sa shafting. So, kaya siya karoon ng bending. Thus, it is necessary to consider the tangential component for the determination of work done and power produced. Ito yung importante. The work done or power produced by the tangential force equals the product of mass, tangential force, and tangential velocity. So, na-discuss na rin natin yan, di ba? As the tangential force varies with radius, the work done also will vary with the radius. Kasi sa minsan dito sa turbine, iba-iba yung sa blade, sa blade niya. So, may radius yun, iba-iba. Hanggang pa-steering sa papunta sa tip. So, it is not easy to sum up this work. The help of moment of momentum theorem is used for this purpose. Yeah. It states that the torque on the rotor equals the rate of the moment of momentum of the fluid as it passes through the runner. So, balik tayo dun sa isang topic natin. Babalikan natin yon para ma-solve dito. Babalikan niya pala. So, let U1 be the tangential velocity at the end and U2 be the tangential velocity at exit. Ito yung exit, ito yung inlet. Velocity triangles niya. Okay. So, derivation natin. Pero pag nag-iba yung mga direction niya, so, meron tayong mga negative, mag-opposite ang sign niya. Okay? So, dito muna tayo mag-base ng derivation. Let BU1 be the tangential component of the absolute velocity of the fluid at inlet and outlet. Okay? So, ito pala. Dito tayo na, and let B sub U2 be the tangential component of the absolute velocity of the fluid at exit. Let R1 and R2 be the radii at inlet and exit. The tangential momentum of the fluid at the inlet is M times B sub U2. The tangential momentum of the fluid at exit is MB sub U1. The moment of momentum at inlet is MB sub U1 R1, and the moment of momentum at exit is MB sub U2 R2. Now, the torque is M times B sub U1 R1 minus B sub U2 R2. Sa turbine to, depending on the direction of B sub U2 with reference to B sub U1. The negative sign will become positive sign. So power is the omega times T, and omega is 2 pi n over 60, well, n is RPM. So power is M times 2 pi n over 60 times B sub U1 R sub 1 minus B sub U2 R sub 2. So but 2 pi n over U60 as R1 is equal to U1, and 2 pi n over 60 times R2 is equal to U2. So we have power is equal to M times B sub U1 minus B sub U2, U2. Okay? Ang U1, U2 is the blade velocity. Blade speed. So, equation 13 is known as the Euler turbine equation. Pag reverse mo yan, pump na yun. This is power output. Sa pump is power input. 30 slides lang tayo. The next part is yung remaining. So, from, yan. Yan. Okay, components of power produced. The power produced can be expressed as due to three effects. These are the dynamic, centrifugal, and acceleration effect. So consider the general velocity triangle at inlet and exit of the turbine runner shown in figure 3. So ito yung inlet and outlet. So B1, B2, absolute velocities at inlet and outlet. So marunong na kayo yan, di ba? B sub R1, B sub R2, relative velocities at inlet and outlet. U1, U2 is tangential velocities at inlet and outlet. B sub U2 and B sub U1 tangential component of absolute velocities at inlet and outlet. So outlet or exit. From inlet velocity triangle, B sub U1 is equal to B1 cosine alpha 1. Yan, ito. Kita nyo, di ba? Okay, kung may na kayo sa trigo, mahirapan kayo. From inlet velocity triangle. So B sub R1 squared is equal to B sub 1 squared plus U sub, B sub 1 squared plus U sub 1 squared minus 2 U1 B1 cosine of alpha 1. Cosine law. Or U sub 1 B sub 1 cosine alpha 1 is equal to B sub U1. U1 is equal to B sub 1 squared plus U sub 1 squared minus B sub R2 R1 squared divided by all over 2. Now, from outlet velocity triangle, B sub U2 is equal to B sub 2 cosine alpha 2. So B sub R2 squared is equal to B sub 2 squared plus U sub 2 squared minus 2 U2 B2 cosine alpha 2. So U2 B2 is cosine alpha 2 is equal to U2 B sub U2 U2 is equal to B sub 2 squared plus U sub 2 squared minus B sub R2 squared all over 2. Substituting in the Euler's equation, so the power per unit flow rate here, the B sub U2 is in the opposite to B sub U2. So mag-opposite, so mag-negative yung ano. So M times U sub 1 B sub U1 plus U sub 2 B sub U2 is equal to 1 half of M times B sub 1 squared minus B sub 2 squared plus U sub 1 squared minus B sub U sub 2 squared plus B sub R2 squared minus B sub R1 squared. Kaya nag-plus siya. B sub 1 squared over B sub 2 squared over 2 is the dynamic component of the work done. U sub 1 squared minus U sub 2 squared over 2 all over 2 is the centrifugal component of work, and this will be present only in radial flow machine. So B sub R2 squared minus B sub R1 squared all over 2 is the accelerating component, and this will be present only in the reaction turbine. The first term only will be present in Pelton or impulse turbine of tangential flow type. In pure reaction turbine, the last two terms only will be present. Okay, note that. Right. Wait, ayan. So, in impulse, reaction turbines of radial flow, all the terms will be present. Process turbine is of this type. So, yan, nami-mention na yung mga types ng turbines. Impulse reaction turbines, the degree of reaction is defined by the ratio of energy converted in the rotor and the total energy converted. So, R is equal to U sub 1 squared minus U sub 2 squared plus B sub R2 squared minus B sub R1 squared over yung denominator na yan plus B sub 1 squared minus B sub 2 squared. Tawag dyan is degree of reaction sa impulse reaction turbine. Next is the Pelton turbine. So, mga types na ng turbines to. This is the only type used in high head power plant. This type of turbine was developed and patented by L.E. Pelton in 1889, and all the types of turbine are called by his name to honor him. A sectional view of horizontal axis Pelton turbine is shown in figure 4. Sa inyo yung figure 4, ayan ang Pelton turbine. Itsura niya. May casing, then may nozzle, deflector, tail race yung pinaka tubig yan, tubig. Level. Punta na doon sa taas. And other accessories. Wag na yan. The main components are, 1, the runner with the vanes. This one. Or buckets. Siya magsasalo ng jet. Tapos iikot. Ito, this is atmospheric. Okay? Fixed on the periphery of the same to the nozzle assembly with control sphere and deflector. Para dito siya mag-concentrate. Isa naman yan, lalabas dito para maging jet siya. 3, brake nozzle. And 4, the casing. Buga ka dito para mag-stop. Diba? Brake ka nga, brake. The rotor or runner consists of a circular disc fixed on suitable shaft made of cast or forged steel. So, sa design niya, mayroong mga books na design na yan. So, andyan, papasok na yung mga material selection. Mga, machine design na yan. Buckets are fixed on the periphery of the disc. The spacing of the buckets is decided by the runner diameter and jet diameter and is generally more than 15 in number. Generally, hindi yan as a rule. Kung general lang, more than 15. Common. This bucket in small sizes may be cast integral with the runner. In large sizes, it is bolted to the runner disc. So the buckets are also made of special material and the surfaces are well polished. A view of a bucket is shown in figure 5. So, with relative dimension indicated in the figure. Okay? So ang bucket naka-vertical sa ganun. Kasi ang sinasalo niya is, lagay niya is tubig. Originally, spherical buckets were used and Pelton modified the bucket to the present shape. It is formed in the shape of 2 half ellipsoids. So, alam niyo yung ellipsoid, analytic pa to, geometry, with a sliter connecting the two. So, a cut is made in the lip to facilitate all the water in the jet to usefully impinge on the bucket. This avoids interference of the incoming jet on the jet impinging on the previous bucket. Equations are available to calculate the number of buckets on the wheel. So the number of buckets, C is equal to D over 2D plus D, where D is the runner diameter and D is the jet diameter. Okay, more than 15 ang number of buckets. Buckets and well dimension. So ito na. Dimension, andyan yun. B, L, sa E. So andyan siya. Okay? Pag i-draw, importante ito sa manufacturing o sa kahit sa drawing. Lalo sa drawing muna, di ba? Kailangan nyo yung mga dimension na yan. Proportion tawag. Power development sa Pelton. So the bucket splits the jet into equal parts and changes the direction of the jet by about 165 degrees. The velocity diagram for Pelton turbine is shown in figure 7. So, ayan. Ito yan yung mabuti, yung mga symbols. The diagram is shown is for the conditions BR2 cosine beta 2 greater than U. And B sub 2 cosine alpha 2 is in the opposite direction to B sub U1. And hence, delta B U1 is additive. In this case, the jet direction is parallel to the blade velocity or the tangential velocity of the runner, where B sub U1 is equal to B sub 1 and BR U1 is equal to B1 minus U. Take note, walang subscript ang U kasi constant siya. In the ideal case, B sub R2 is equal to B sub R1, But U to friction, BR2 is equal to K, BR1. And U sub 2 is equal to U sub 1. Sorry, is equal to U. Yan. F is equal to M dot, meaning flow rate, times B sub U1 minus plus or minus B sub U2. Torque is equal to M dot times B sub U1 plus or minus B sub U2 R. P is equal to M dot times B sub U1 plus or minus B sub U2 U. Where M is given by M dot is rho A B. B is velocity at end peak. Parang unit ng M dot mo yan na M is flow rate, kilogram per seconds, etc. Same yun na U is greater than B sub R to cosine B2, saka B sub R to cosine B2 is greater than U. Hindi, mali. So, ito pala yung, hindi pala pares. Kala ko okay? So, B sub R to cosine B2 greater than U, ito yon. Pag yung isa, nabaliktad siya, ito na yung magiging diagram niya. Yan. Yung exit. Ito. Hydraulic efficiency, N is equal to M dot times B sub U1 plus or minus B sub U2 times U. Kasi dalawang condition yan. Okay? M dot 1, MB1 squared over 2 is equal to 2U times B sub U1 plus or minus B sub U2 over B sub 1U. Pag opposite sila, relative, pag opposite sila, positive, magpa-plus to. Yung velocity. B sub U1. Pag same direction, magma-minus. Okay? Alam niyo yan. Once the effective head of turbine entry is known, B sub U1 is fixed given by B sub 1 is equal to C, B times the square root of 2GS. Square root of 2GS. Hindi siya square root of 2. Kasi yung ginawa to, yung mga path editor, wala pa. Okay? For various values of U, the power developed and hydraulic efficiency will be different. In fact, the outlet triangle will be different from the one shown if U is greater than B sub R2 cosine beta 2. In the case B sub U2 will be in the same direction as U1, hence the equation 19 will read as P is equal to M dot as B sub U1 minus B sub U2 times U. Sabi ko, di ba? Same direction, magma-minus. It is desirable to arrive at optimum value of U for a given value of B1. Question 20 can be modified by using the following relation. Optimum is, alam mo yung optimum, di ba? Parang maximum, minima. So, B sub U is equal to B1. B sub U is equal to B sub R2 cosine beta 2 minus U is equal to K times B sub R1 cosine beta 2 minus U. So, B sub U is equal to K times B sub 1 minus U times cosine of beta 2 minus U. Then B sub U1 plus B sub U2 is equal to B sub 1 plus K plus B sub 1 cosine of beta 2 minus U cosine beta 2 minus U. So, B sub U1 plus B sub U2 is equal to B sub 1 times 1 plus K times cosine beta 2 minus U times 1 plus K cosine beta 2. So, B sub U1 plus B sub U2 is equal to 1 plus K cosine of beta 2 times B sub 1 minus U. Since substituting in equation 20, NS is equal to 2 sub U over B sub 1 squared plus 1 plus K times cosine beta 2 plus B sub 1 minus U. So U over B sub 1 is called the speed ratio and denoted as P, PSI. So N sub S equal to 2 times 1 plus K times cosine of beta 2 times U over B1 minus U of U2 squared over B1. So magiging N is equal to 2 times 1 plus K cosine beta 2 times P minus P squared. So to arrive at optimum value of P, this expression is differentiated with respect to same and equated to 0. Okay, and natin. So yan. With respect to P and equated to 0. So P is equal to U over B1 is equal to 1/2 or U is equal to 0.5 of B1. For maximum efficiency or optimum. Lalabas dito is maximum. Ano ba? Take note na itong equation na to is based dito sa unang sa B sub U1, opposite direction ng B sub 1 tsaka B sub 2, B sub U2. Magka-opposite sila kaya siya nag-plus. Ito tayo. Pag ito, sa mga minus, kaso bihira to. Ito ang normal. Kasi pag dito, ang baba na ng efficiency kasi magma-minus. So in practice, the value is somewhat lower at U is equal to 0.46 B1. Okay? Substituting equation 23, we get n sub s is equal to 2 times 1 plus k cosine of beta 2. Huwag kang gamit nito kasi special mention lang yan. So cosine beta 2 is equal to 0.5 minus 0.5 squared. So n is equal to 1 plus k cosine beta over 2. So yan, doble lang. Okay? Okay, huwag kang gagamit nito. Kung binanggit lang. Ito ang gamitin natin. Sa theory pa tayo. Okay? It may be seen that in the case k is equal to 1, beta is 180 degrees, and h is equal to 1 or 100%. But the actual efficiency and well-designed suits lies between 85 to 90%. Okay? So this is, okay? Stop muna ako. Part 2 na to.